So over the last 7 weeks, I've been in the process of building up to running 100 miles a week, and this week we are at 77 miles. And the reason I'm doing this is because a couple summers ago, I built up to running 100 miles a week, and then a few months later ended up with a stress fracture that knocked me out for an entire season, and I was unable to train for a long time, and I've always had this dream of getting back up to that high mileage and just proving that I can do it again. So I wanted to give you an insight into what it's looking like in the middle of a 77-mile training week, and hopefully you can walk away from this video having learned something or feeling motivated for your own training. So let's hop into this video.
All the running influencers are out in Austin, they're in New York, Nashville. Nobody's in Mississippi.
Most people are in one guy.
It's just me.
Yeah, it's actually just you.
It's just me and whatever other high schooler wants to bring a camera out.
After this Tuesday evening.
Oh my gosh.
Would y'all always meet out here or would y'all run?
All right, so we just did, what do we do? 2 miles, 2 mile warm up. Adam has, how many you got today, Adam?
Like 4 miles at 6:15. That's like the baseline, you know, half the run. If I get half the run close to tempo, so
we have 5 mile loops, maybe I'll run 5. So maybe I'll run 5 miles with Adam at 6:15 pace. That put me at 7 if we do the full loop, and then back here for maybe a 3 mile cool down, get to 10 on the day.
Doing whatever Adam does.
I don't have anything planned today, so it's just kind of like, whatever we do. Mile 1 and 6:15, and now I don't know what we're gonna split this next one in, but like 5:58. Okay, let's put the second one about 6 flat then. We'll see in a second, but trying to be relaxed, be smooth. At mile 2, 6:10, 5:58. 5:58, if you ask Adam, right on pace where we want to be. So, hopefully we can get it out this mile. All right, mile 3, 6:01. 5:58 if you ask Adam. Just need 2 more miles like this. All right, 5:59 for 4. We got another. A 4.75. Coming on the last quarter, so. Whew. Mile 5 was 5:36, so not bad. Kind of picked it up, and that was the goal. So definitely have some fatigue on the legs. I mean, I was at 35 miles in 3 days. It's a pretty hard workout 2 days ago. Just like a long aerobic stimulus, pretty much. And so now today we just had like 5 miles at 6-minute pace, but it still felt pretty hard. Felt like I was close to a 5:45 effort for the whole time, and so legs are fatigued, but it's good to run on fatigued legs. It's good to get that feeling, especially training for a marathon, getting that like just pain and just sluggishness built up on the legs, and then trying to do a workout, trying to run a little faster, because once you're in a marathon, if you're in those back few miles, that last 6, you're on that back end, you're gonna have a lot of fatigue on the legs, and so just have to get used to running with it. And that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get as comfortable as I can with the pace and stuff. So yeah, I mean, that was like I said, that was 6, I'd probably average 6:07, 6:08 if I had to guess for the whole thing. I'm not 100% sure, but we averaged pretty good and felt all right. So ready to get some water, get a little bit of a cool down in. Plan on doing about 3 miles, and that'll get me to 10 on the day. which would be 45 over the last 4 days, which would be a good amount of mileage. And then I'll have about 30 miles left on the week between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It was good. I was dying that last one. I was
Yeah.
honestly dying on the second one, but
Yeah,
I was like, all right, calm down.
I felt the
Roped it back
fatigue.
in a little bit.
I felt the fatigue too.
Yeah. It was good though. Got it done. Pulled down 1 more mile and then.
And you're done. You're out of here. All right, that's 10. So you get 2 more? All right, so we got 10 miles in at 6:30 a mile and definitely got the heart rate up. Felt like I had a lot of fatigue on the legs. Still feel like I have a lot of fatigue on the legs, so need to rest today, recover, get some food in the system, maybe go cold plunge at Wits. I don't know. I guess we'll see. The purpose of these runs is to build up fatigue, and we want to have as much fatigue as we can kind of on the muscles without like pushing over the limit. And so we have all this fatigue kind of built up from the last 3 days of training. And then we're like, all right, let's see if we can run a little bit faster than we normally do, get some of that fatigue, like just fight through some of that pain and fight through some of that challenge. And that's kind of what the goal of these types of runs are, just to kind of make you stronger. And so you run on tired and exhausted legs, and that is really part of building fitness. And you don't always feel good, you don't always feel great, but you get it done, you get the work in.
You know what a bear claw is? You know how good it is?
I don't know what a bear claw is.
It's like it's shaped like a bear claw. It's a donut, cinnamon, sugar.
Okay, maybe
That's
I'll
it.
get one of those.
Get one of those. They're
come with you.
literally the best. You get one too, and it's literally like this big.
I'll meet you there.
All right. Nothing like cop eating a donut.
Just pull it up to the classic police activities out here. Okay, with the wide, coming through the blinds, feels very cinematic. I'm gonna turn this into, put some bars on it, make it feel like I'm in an interrogation or something. I need that. I need that. All right, so 4 eggs, couple pieces of toast, classic breakfast, what I usually do. This is just kind of my go-to every single morning, and so good way to recover after a hard run, good way to start the morning off. Eggs have a lot of nutrients in them. Pretty much I've heard it referred to as nature's multivitamin, and so you get a bunch of different vitamins and minerals and all sorts of stuff from eggs. I don't even know if there's minerals in eggs. I would imagine there are. You get a bunch of vitamins, you get a bunch of stuff that you need, and that's what matters. I'm not here to tell you all the science, I'm just here to tell you what I eat. So, yeah, 4 eggs plus 2 pieces of toast with some jelly. That's my go-to. A little bit of garlic salt on there. This is the best type of garlic salt. There's no debating which brand is the best type of garlic salt, because this one, Lawry's, I don't even know how you say this. I've never even heard of this brand outside of garlic salt, but this is the best garlic salt, and I like to put some of my eggs in the morning. So, a little bit of that, a little black pepper as well. We have ourselves some eggs. It's right here. 3 pieces of toast, 4 eggs, all the goods, and gonna dive in. I don't even know how many calories this is, but feels like enough. Feels like enough. That's what matters. I'm gonna take a nap real quick. Multivitamins and stuff go, usually after breakfast I'm having one of these. This is from Optimum Nutrition. This is Optimin, which there's probably an Opta Women. There's probably like a women's version of this as well. But you take 3 of these and
loaded with vitamins and for sure loaded with minerals. I know that much. I don't know about eggs. I still haven't looked that up. Need to look that up. And then I'm also taking some creatine. So I have creatine right here from Momentous. And this is some of the best creatine you can get. It's just creatine monohydrate, but it's some of like the cheapest you can get from Momentous. And so that's usually my go-to because I know it's gonna be high quality, but it's also like doesn't break the bank. You can get 90 servings for $30 or something. Let's get moving with the day. All right, so I'm in the process of building up to running 100 miles a week, but I don't have a race on the calendar. So most of this phase right now is just base building. It's making sure that I have the strongest aerobic foundation that I can possibly have so I can set myself up for success whenever I do race. Hopefully I end up getting into the Boston Marathon. My time is probably not fast enough right now to actually get me in. I'll find out in the next couple of days if what I ran at Grandma's Marathon, if that's going to be fast enough. But if it's not, then I'll probably do either some half marathon. I think I'm going to do some half marathons coming up in the fall, winter, and maybe just like one or two. I don't know. It's just going to kind of depend. And then if I don't get into Boston, then maybe I'll plan another marathon early in 2026 and just see what happens there. Because I think I can run 230, 225, someplace in there if I get a really strong training build in. But right now I'm getting close to, this week I should be at around 80 miles a week. Should be at 77 at the end of this week. Somewhere between 75 and 80. So there's like a whole bunch of factors at play as you start to build up more mileage. There's a higher risk for injury. You have things like diet, you have things like running form, you have things like sleep, and just all of these things kind of tie into, am I going to get injured, am I not going to get injured? And you never really know like when something's going to break, and so you have to be very careful. You have to listen to your body. You have to be just very, like if something starts to linger around, if like I start to get a like nagging pain in my knee, then I need to be like, okay, I got to pull off of training for a little while just because this is something that is going to become a much larger issue. But I haven't had anything like that, thankfully, so far, and so I've just kind of been listening to my body. Most of my runs have been on pavement, and so I've been trying to just stay as smooth as I can with those. I've been working on my cadence, been working on my form. Sleep could probably use some help. I've been getting good sleep most nights, but then there's always a couple nights out of the week where it's 5 or 6 hours as opposed to 8 or 9. I still feel rested. I still feel like, okay, I've got enough sleep to function, get this workout done, and I'll be able to sleep in the next day. And so it's kind of just this cycle where I feel like, okay, maybe I am getting enough sleep. But at the end of the day, it's like really important to prioritize that. And so trying to like dial that in a little bit more, especially as I get into that latter part of like, oh yeah, we're actually building up. We're at 80 miles this week. We're going to be at 90 something in the next few weeks. We're going to be at 100 in like 4 weeks. And so we'll be at 106 weeks, whatever it is. I'm just trying to like make sure that my body is ready for that, make sure that I'm listening to my body, make sure that I'm not getting injured in the process of doing that. And a lot of that comes down to dialing in my nutrition, dialing in my sleep, making sure my running form is good, making sure that I'm fueling my runs right, making sure that I'm wearing the proper shoes, making sure that I'm alternating between shoes. There's just a ton of different factors that I'm having to focus in on. So right now it's 12:37 and I'm gonna go back to the house, make some lunch. After I have some lunch, planning on getting some work done, and then I'm actually meeting up with my friend Preston and a few other people tonight to have some Mexican food. So we're gonna go out to a Mexican restaurant, and that's gonna be that. So let's go back to the house, let's get some food, and let's get some work done later this afternoon. I'm gonna do some salad to start off. Got a whole plate of salad right here. Using some Green Goddess dressing, that stuff right there. So put some of this on, get my greens in for the day pretty much. We got chicken over here, which I'm gonna throw into the oven in a second. And then we have pasta over here. And once the pasta's done cooking, we're gonna have chicken in the pasta. And yeah, it's as simple as that. So chicken, pasta, salad, just very, Italian. I actually don't know, it's more of an Olive Garden's egg, not a true Italian, so I don't know if I can actually call it Italian, but chicken's in the oven now, and we're gonna let that cook. And then once that's done, we're gonna throw the pasta in, cut the chicken up a little bit, and we're gonna have have ourselves a fantastic lunch loaded with protein, carbs, and also whatever nutrients I'm getting from the salad. So, needs to be at 165, and it's at like 162. So I need probably just like a minute or two more. Chicken right here. So we got our chicken, and I put a little bit of garlic sauce on it too because I think I overdid it a little bit whenever I was cooking in the pan. So I think I cooked a little bit too long, cooked out a lot of the juices, so I got a little bit dry. But nothing that a little garlic sauce can't save. Plus, we have the pasta. So pasta, chicken. I've already eaten a salad, so this is just kind of, let's get some food in. It's not too overdone though. It's not like too dry, but it's not like the best it could be. It's kind of like a balance. But I have like this garlic lemon sauce that I found at Whole Foods that is pretty good, and I just put that on the chicken, and it tastes amazing. So I've been trying to figure out how to post more consistently, how to get more stuff done, how to get more stuff out there, because this is something that I truly value. It's something that I want to do, and it's kind of just been, I've been sitting in this place where it feels like I want to put stuff out, but I don't know what I want to put out. And if I sit here for too long, I'm never going to release anything. I'm just going to sit with my thoughts. I'm going to sit with the ideas of what's not going to work. And I just don't need to be doing that. I need to put something out there. I need to just post. I sat down with Mary Grace last night, and she was like, all right, we got to like come up with a way for you to post content consistently. We have to come up with a way for you to make YouTube videos consistently. You need to get on a posting schedule. You need to be posting probably twice a week. We need to be posting. And so we like sat down and we started talking, and it was like, okay, let's see if we can get a video out every Sunday and get one out every Wednesday. All right, so the way we kind of like talk through and figure out what we're going to post is we're going to have the content that's from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Whatever I film on those days will be posted in Wednesday's video. And so that kind of makes the most sense in my mind. And then whatever's filmed on Wednesday and Thursday and potentially on Friday will be filmed and edited and completely finished by Friday. And then I'll be able to post that video on Sunday. And so that's kind of like the cycle that I'm trying to get into, where I'm posting a video every Sunday and I'm posting a video every Wednesday. And I'm trying to just like get into this cycle of like, okay, we're going to put out a vlog. And it's just going to be a casual vlog. It's going to be something taking you through some of the training, taking you through some of my diet, taking you through my shoe rotation, taking you through just the basic things that I'm trying to do as I'm working on building a brand, and I'm working on building up and training and trying to do all these different things. And I just need to post more content and put more stuff out there in the world. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I know if I don't start filming now, then I'm just going to sit around and think about it for way too long. And so this last month has just kind of been a point of, okay, let me just reflect and see what I want to do next. And now I feel like I have a direction. I have a direction that I'm going. I feel refreshed. I feel ready to take on this new direction, take on the new challenge, take on the structure that is there. And that's the way that I'm moving right now. And hopefully we can get 2 videos out every week. And if something falls through, if I have other projects that come up where I'm doing freelance work on the side, I'm doing something else that is not allowing me to actually sit down and edit a YouTube video, then I'll just be like, yeah, okay, there's no video this Wednesday, there's no video this Sunday, but I'm trying to get on a very consistent posting schedule. And if I can get on a consistent posting schedule, then I know it's going to be a good thing. And so trying to put out content as much as I can on YouTube, as well as taking that content and cutting it up into shorts. And with those shorts, putting those on Instagram and putting them on Reels and TikTok and whatever. And then also trying to do more direct-to-camera stuff on TikTok, where I'm talking about, okay, here's my experience with injury, here's my experience with diet, here's my experience with whatever, and just talking direct-to-camera on TikTok. And so a lot of people don't know I even have a TikTok, but I like to create videos like that on TikTok where it's just me talking to the camera about things that I've struggled with, things that I've been through, and just sharing my experiences in a way that provides value to people, that isn't really edited. It's kind of uncut. It's just this raw version of me talking to the camera. And so that's kind of like where I'm at as far as what my content plan is for right now and what I'm planning on doing. I'm trying to limit my screen time as well, because I don't want to sit and scroll Instagram Reels and waste time that I could be spending editing or could be spending working on the brand, or could be spending doing other things. Like maybe I'll do some of that on the weekends. Maybe I'll do that on like a Saturday or a Sunday whenever I'm not really working. But whenever I am in the middle of the week, like I need to confine myself to some sort of work week. And so that's what I'm working on doing right now. And it's just a very interesting thing because I have to set my own hours, I have to set my own deadlines, I have to set my own structure, and just something I'm figuring out as I'm going along, and like, okay, this is what it actually takes to do this. And I just like taking that step of like, okay, this is actually what we're gonna do here. Let's do it. Let's step off into it and see what happens. So that's kind of like where I stand right now. And I'll still be taking on probably freelance projects and other things for brands and companies that want to work with me or want me to create content for them. And so that'll be kind of like another source of income that I'm bringing in. So I'll work doing freelance videography for, especially like if friends need it for weddings or whatever it is, I'll do freelance videography for that. And then I'm also going to continue trying to build a brand and do social media and continue training and running and everything as well. And so that's kind of like what my life's going to look like for the next little while. And I'm excited about it. And I'm hoping that I can stay healthy, hoping I can keep running and keep just trying to push myself and push the boundaries of what's possible and just see where I stand. And that's exciting. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand on stuff now. Gonna go look through some of this footage, see what I filmed today, and see if we can get some stuff together for this video that's coming out on Sunday. So let's I'm gonna dive into DaVinci over here, see if I can get some stuff together. Alright, so that is all I have for the video today. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like and comment and subscribe, share with a friend, do something along those lines. If you have things you want to see in the future, like different video ideas, if you want to see like a shoe rotation, or you want to see something more about like race mentality and what do you think about whenever you run, then just drop some of those ideas down in the comment section, and I'll be happy to touch on those in future videos, kind of share some of my thoughts on those types of things, and it would just kind of give me a direction of different things to talk about. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.